What's up? What is up, guys and gals,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Fellow gamers,
fellow gamers? Welcome to our preseason podcast featuring me, Mr. Red Lightning, and Mr. Fat Cow 419.
how we doing?
that's us, right over here. Here to break down the preseason. I am loud, apparently. So are you, Dane.
Oof.
All right, how about now?
Just talk really quiet.
Louder than
Louder
the
than
booth,
the-
Local was smoking. True.
Hey. You have no proof.
You do have no proof. All
There's
right.
no evidence.
There is no evidence.
It's all gone.
Alrighty, well, for this stream, we're just really going to break down everything that we think is interesting before the season starts. VCU LCS, you can kind of see some of the stuff we want to hit on screen there. Power rankings, early, before any games have been played, MVP predictions. We'll look at Caruse's fantastic, mega awesome, extra artful team logos. And anything else we have that might be interesting.
Well said, Mr. Red Lightning, and with that, I think we can jump into our thingies. What the fuck? Alright, we got our team logos first. Rams of Love, Wooloo Gang, Forehead 2.0, Washington League Ball Team, and Gump Squad. What are your thoughts on these logos, boys?
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Yeah, this is some high class stuff, man. Caruse he's a find. I don't know where this man was hiding, but I'm glad he's here. Just willing to put in work to do stuff for a
Like actual
video
work.
game. Yeah, like real work for a video game. Like this isn't work for us. This is just we had free time. But this man's putting in dedicating his life to bringing you the content you deserve.
The content you deserve, the high quality VCU LCS production we have up in here.
Unrivaled.
Unrivaled, right. LEC don't got shit on us, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, when's our dance music video coming out?
Now we got a 2D Sim Squad with the face of Josh on it. Ramily. Apes Together Strong, which I think looks fucking badass. Bambi's Basket. Apparently the logo was boo-boo, so he's redoing it. I'll be excited to see that when it happens. And the temporary Lokesh Made Me Do It logo.
I feel like that encaptures the Lokesh made me
Yeah.
do it.
I feel like that should stay. I think that should not be temporary. I think that should be permanent. That team needs all the nerfs it can get. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, if their logo if their logo's the worst, it's secretly the best. That means they are the best team.
Yep, they have the logo nerf. But just all around good stuff. Really catching the essence of what these captains wanted when they made these team names.
I just was Team 4 again.
Team 4, another version
Right.
of Team Forehead, and this time
Yeah,
Cyberpunk.
this
theme.
upgraded, dude. Upgraded. Version 2.0. Got rid of my trash mid laner.
Oof.
All right.
Got stolen from me.
Yeah, thankfully, saved me from that dumpster fire of a team that's going to come in first or second.
All right, let's move on to our teams.
Oh,
This
real
is
quick.
in no particular order, by the way. You'll see our prediction or our power rankings at the end.
Yeah, we're just going to break down the ranks of each players and who's on it and our quick impressions here.
Yeah, so Rams of Love, I actually think this is like a really good team.
Yeah, he stole the junglers. How is anyone going to compete?
He stole the junglers, right? And then the thing is, like, Berserker was an analyst for like Grandmaster Challenger level teams. He just like literally kind of doesn't play solo queue that much. And
Someone
he used to
told me
play.
that.
He used to play an amateur. He used to play an amateur back in season 7, season 8. So he's actually a really good pickup. He doesn't just play jungle or support, or he plays every role pretty much. So I feel like filling him in mid lane is really good. And then Tornade
High
plays
quality fill player.
Yeah, exactly. He could based off of his performance in VCLCS this semester, I think he could take the mantle of best fill player from Pooh, but we'll have to see.
So
my mid laner is pretty good too, but we'll leave that for later.
Right off the back, I'm just gonna say I see one thing in particular that makes me think this team is going to be good. Just something that stands out to me over the rest. We have one challenger player, and yes, he is off-rolled. He is going top lane instead of his normal jungle, but I don't know if that matters. So
How many losses before he goes back?
yeah, I think honestly, if they,
I think
honestly, if they lose their first game in playoffs in a best of series, he swaps. Outside of that, he probably doesn't. Not until it matters. And I don't think this team's going to drop regular season games very much.
Like David is off-rolled. Like his jungle is definitely at a challenger level. I'd say his top lane's probably at a Masters, Grandmaster level. So I wouldn't think he would have to swap. Especially since like I actually subbed in for these guys when I played a flex game with them, and they're all really good. They can all like swap their roles around wherever they want, whenever they want, especially in the top half of the map.
I've seen Isaac swap around too. I've seen his rise. I've seen his Cho'Gath.
Yeah, you should send him top. Send him top. That's his best role, I promise.
But yeah, I think this is definitely one of the best teams in the tournament.
Not number one though. I don't think either. Did anyone put him number one? I'm not sure if you guys did.
We can get into that
later. Yeah.
But I think they're going to be good. I mean, I just think the challenger diff is going to be too much. I think challenger level macro is just so much better. And even if he's not on jungle, where he can kind of control the tempo of the game and control the macro and the pace, like as much as he might want to. I mean, when you get into a lane situation, or not out of a lane situation, into like the mid game, I mean, I just think it's going to be really tough for teams to keep up. So, as long as his communication is good, I think this team picks up just
which it is, by the way.
As many wins as he wants. Let me put it that way. I think we had another tournament that a couple of people from VCU participated in earlier this season, and one challenger player kind of just stomped everyone, and I kind of expect to see it happen again.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. I mean, Youngest Slay is off-rolled, so it might end up being a little bit different than when He Who Must Not Be Named rolled over the entirety of the tournament that must not be named.
It's not over either.
That's not over. Like, that's the sad part.
It's over.
All right, well, let's move on.
Might as well be.
It might as well be over. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. Next slide. 2D Simp Squad. All right. If we're talking about role swaps, like, you got to bring up this team, right? Because they can fill
how many
3 people in at least 4 roles. If you think about it.
You never know. You gotta figure out you gotta pick your poison when it comes to banning, because everyone's gonna be swapping around.
Right, exactly.
I think you know who you have to ban.
I know him.
I think you have to ban
Lokesh Yasuo, dude.
Every champ that Lokesh plays, you should 5-ban this man. And then
you can 5-ban me, but I've got like 6 or 7 picks lined up that y'all won't expect.
You 5-ban Mr. Lokesh here, and then you watch Pooh one-shot you with his Braum top. That's how these games are gonna go.
Blades Braum.
Halo Blades Braum top.
Halo Blades Braum top, man. Pooh has a 100% win rate on Halo Blades Braum top. That's all I have to say. Like, he has shafted Mr. Justin, Deadly Dog, the Alawi one trick, in an in-house with Braum top, and he shafted. No, not on Alawi. Okay, but he shafted that guy with Braum top, and then he shafted Roland Chang's Teemo with Braum top.
I'm not really scared of that, though.
Lokesh real generous with that Plat 2 rank, huh? Bruh, I am Plat 2.
I think the one thing this team needs to avoid...
I did, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, don't talk about Lokesh getting demoted. He gets sad. But I think the one thing this team should avoid is actually role swapping. I think role swapping is good, but when you swap around too much, you kind of lose some team identity. And I think these guys all should be able to get along well. They should all play good. So I just think building some cohesion and letting everyone figure out what their actual role is in the team is probably the best way to play. So, I don't think they should role swap, but I still think this team looks pretty good. They lack that big challenger firepower of our first team, but they've got a decent rank balance here. So
I'm excited to see what Josh does on jungle. Or I'm interested to see what he can do on jungle.
yeah, I don't know about excited.
He's swapped from mid to ADC, and now he's trying to do jungle.
Yeah, Josh doing the speed run of all the roles in League of Legends. I think this team is good. I like my team. I like where
I
we
don't
are.
see a clear weakness besides maybe bot lane. You could kind of, if Karuz has a poor,
But there are
he may be
weaker
OP.
bot lanes though.
Yeah, he might be OP when it comes to logos, but he might not be OP when it comes to gameplay.
Could possibly be sus in his support play. But I mean, I don't know. There are weaker bot lanes in this, so
I'm just saying, the top
be
side looks solid. I'm just saying, if you were to attack one spot,
it could be a weakness.
Juicy.
It could be a weakness. I don't think it'll be like a big giant weakness. Yeah, like a game, like a season-ending weakness. I think, like I said, I think there are still bot lanes they can outclass, and their top side's actually pretty good. So they should have pretty good matchups into a lot of other teams.
Yes, sir. Well, let's move on to the next team. We've got Forehead 2.0, Mr. Fat Cow's team.
That is I. Our team's looking good.
I like this team. I like this team a lot, actually.
Yeah, they somehow managed to get nobody lower than gold. There are 2 teams that did this, and just good job drafting, I guess, and bad job from other captains. I never know whether to give it credit to captains for picking up gold players or for getting a good team, or whether to be mad at other captains that trolled. But I mean, this team if you just look at it rank, you're like, wow, okay, 2 diamonds, a plat, and 2 golds, where other teams have irons and bronzes and silvers on their team. If you're talking about every the team is only good as your lowest rank, well, having gold 4 as your lowest rank in this tournament is pretty awesome. So
yeah, it's good. I mean,
I feel like I got 3 solid lanes, and my boy in the jungle is gonna pop off. I can feel it now.
4G, we played at a couple of in-houses against him, and he didn't play jungle. He did play support, but he was kind of a monster. So I'm excited to see what
normal games have been playing with him.
That's what I'm saying. He's a monster. I think he's a sleeper in this tournament. Definitely. I think we keep an eye on him.
See, I think you keep an eye on him. I think he's going to be probably the most important player on this team. At the same time, his jungle should be really easy to play jungle for this team. I mean, so far we've only seen, this is only the 3rd team we've looked at, but they've got the best bot lane that we've looked at so far. They've got a diamond top laner and a diamond mid laner. What lane is going to be struggling here?
Definitely top lane, dude.
Top lane, bro. Dane gets ganked.
Top lane, yeah.
Dane gets ganked by the Evelyn once, and he's just like, nah, bro.
That's his one job. Borgia just hangs out top. But consistently, this team should be winning all 3 lanes.
Fairly consistently.
Yeah, exactly. In most of their games, they shouldn't really struggle in any of these lanes. There are going to be times when you'll have a matchup in one of these lanes might be mismatched, but I mean, if you're top lane, if you're playing against the challenger team, and Mr. Fat Cow here has to play against the challenger in the top lane, well, they're not going to have, as we've seen, they're not going to have plat 4, gold 4 in the bot lane, and they're not going to have a diamond mid. So, I think they're pretty poised to do really good in this tournament.
I think that about wraps up Forehead 2.0. Let's
You
move
got
on
Forehead.
to Washington League Ball team, Wisher Curse. So I think the Wisher Curse will come full circle again. I do think
Last place.
overall this is the best bot lane in the tournament.
At least rank-wise.
I think rank wise this is the best bot lane in the tournament, and I think I don't think Bayoraga is a plat player. You look at this dude's OPGG, he's been diamond every season except for this one. And he has 0 rank games played this season. So
let me rephrase my power rankings then, dude.
I think
Wisher's gonna get a bunch of bans. He's
at
completed
least
his
4 bans.
training arc, his redemption arc.
But they've got Wisher though. I mean, he's got some more champs, man. But it's every season. He can't break the curse.
Every VCU LCS and in Ramen Esports, the team that has Wisher on it has fallen flat on its face.
I'm not saying that it's anything specific that he's doing. It's just that the fact that he's on the team is just, I don't know, man. I don't know. He must have built his house on an Indian burial ground or something. But he's got some bad karma, I guess, because he just can't do it. I mean, after after last season in the spring of VCU LCS, I thought he absolutely smurfed in the draft. Turned out it wasn't as smurf as we thought, but his team was, on paper, looked super good. And I said then, I was like, man, if he can't get his team to playoffs with this roster, it's impossible. And he couldn't. So until I see it, I'll continue saying that he can't get to playoffs. This team will not make it.
Well, then, the extended discussion.
I'm going to say they do. This is the season. I feel like I've played. Their top side is not super strong with Johnny Josters and Coleman, but I think it could hold up. Like just play weak side for their bot lane.
What do you mean?
With bot lane being so strong, like currently with the Dragons, like they can pull out some wins.
What do you mean, dude? Topside is weak, bro. They got Malphite one trick, JK, LOL, YOLO.
Weak side is in like the side you're not really playing to.
Nah, dude, it's strong side.
There'll be the brick wall
top.
that you just other team just run into.
Nah, dude.
Just
the JK, LOL, YOLO, bro. He is the one true strong side Malphite top god.
He is the man. I do want to just note, it does make me a little bit sad for the past because I'm a boomer. That I do think that Bayraga and Blue Chess are really good, but you look at Plat 4, and that they're the best bot lane in the tournament, and it makes me sad for some Apto Diane return. Fat Cow Ironheart's bot lanes here.
Yu-Jung, Roland Chang, baby.
Yu-Jung, Roland Chang. Yeah, it makes me wish for bot lane duos of the past. Crown Clown and the Artemis.
Oh man, that was a
bring back some bot lanes from the past. We'll have to see if they can cement themselves up there.
Oh yes, sir. I mean, I don't think this team will do that well in the regular season, but I do think they will end up being a playoffs team. If you guys aren't familiar, we do have a new format where the top 5 teams auto qualify for playoffs, and the bottom 5 teams have to play through a gauntlet to get the last spot in playoffs. And then playoffs is double elimination.
We've never seen Wisher in a best of 3 at VCU LCS, or a best of 5. So maybe because every team makes the gauntlet, maybe because of the gauntlet he makes it, because maybe in a best of 3 this team is, Wisher gets buffed in best of 3s, whereas he's nerfed in best of 1. Maybe.
So the gauntlet's actually best of 1.
Oh, okay, never mind. Wisher still can't make playoffs. It's literally doomed. Sorry, man.
Lane and then entered away.
I apologize, Brandon. Good team name, but you can't do it.
Well, it is what it is, and I think it's time we move on to team number Wooloo Gang.
Oh boy, is this even a team? We're missing a few. We're missing a few people here, aren't we?
No, just one. We're just missing the man, the legend in the mid lane himself. He's off in Korea training. He's in China training for Worlds. Big Ichi, when he returns, he'll be ready to destroy the competition.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Mr. Big Ichi, so I've sent this man 3 emails and I still have not gotten a single response from him. So currently Wooloo Gang will be losing all their games because they're auto-playing 4v5s. Or
it'd be too hard to find a plat sub.
Or you could find like a plat sub.
Yeah, plat one, like, is anything like the same or lower usually works. So I'm sure we have someone hanging around that could pop in.
Yeah, like you could find anybody, but just in the long term, I mean, you might. It's not a big deal to sub somebody that's gold or silver or like a little bit below, or even a decent bit below for like 1 game. But to see this team succeed, I mean, even with Big Ichi, I'm not super excited about their hopes this season. But they're gonna have to find a pretty good replacement here. I think they're gonna have to find. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but they need to find a decent, mid to high plat mid lane sub for Mr. Ichi.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully Mr. Big Ichi does show up, but until then, let's just stray away from Ichi for a little bit and talk about the rest of this team. So, Sodalist. Originally a Warwick one trick, now is planning on expanding to champions like Graves, Olaf, Lee Sin. What are your guys' thoughts on Sodalist expanding his champion pool? You think if you still ban Warwick, the game's free, or is there something to be scared of now?
I wouldn't say it's free if you ban Warwick. It's definitely a lot easier since his Warwick's pretty fucking disgusting. But
I think it's free either way.
He's going to be solid in whatever he plays. It's just not going to be super great.
Yeah,
I
Fair
think as dominant
enough.
as it needs to be.
I think he'll do really good. I don't know if he's the best jungler in the tournament. I don't know if I'd put him like that. I think he's definitely a really good player, but I mean, where can he go to like make his impact felt? I mean,
He's
I don't
bot lane,
think.
dude. It's gonna be
But
smurfing.
yeah, maybe they're smurfing. Maybe they'll turn it on. I don't know. I'm just looking at the rest of the team, and I'm like, man, even if Big Ichi shows up, where does he go? What's he do? You know. Um,
Honestly don't know. I feel like since they'll be playing 4v5s, you just concede mid lane completely. Like
he plays
just
mid lane.
PvE mid lane, right? Just let the enemy mid laner farm, and I think you get my boy Rajiv in the top lane ahead, Kaiser Overlord 0-2. So I say this because this man, he pops off, but if he doesn't pop off, he tilts off the face of the earth, and like he just like he goes into the FF at 2 mentality. So I feel like you want to make sure he has like the pop off that he needs and that the team needs. Otherwise, it's going to be hard.
So if you're the enemy team, gank him once, win the game.
Yeah, gank
Alright.
Rajiv once and win the game because he'll just tilt.
Sounds good.
All right. I don't really have too much to say about the bot lane other than
Rip.
I haven't seen
rip.
either of them play, so I don't want to go too hard on them.
Yeah, Sim for Sanchez Fernie, right? So
Oh, that's Fernie. Oh, okay,
yeah,
never
I've
mind
seen
then.
him play before. He's been
doomed.
around. He's been around a long time. I mean, honestly, he's had plenty of good games. Did he? I think he used to play top lane a long time ago.
Yeah,
So I
think
don't
he played,
know.
like Poppy or something.
We'll
He's
see. We'll
reinvented,
see.
rebranded. Like
Yeah,
he's
rebranded
out
to
for
the
blood.
AD. We'll see. I mean, I'm convinced. I don't know. Not convinced. I would wager that he'll play better than Silver 4, but I don't think. I think you could make him. I think he could play at like a plat level, and it still
Whoa.
wouldn't matter. So, I do think we just skipped a team.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go on to Ramily. The most wholesome name in VCU LCS history ever, probably. I think. Would you guys agree?
Well done.
Yeah, they'll make you feel bad when you beat them.
That's not true.
So they got my boy Elvino in the top lane.
Baby.
Elvino baby, he can play carry tops and supportive champions. I think he's a really good pickup. Jordan Clementine, the Kaiser Overlord 0-2 of jungle, will have pop off games, but will run it down and tilt off the face of the earth if it happens, right? If things go bad. You got Vice Lay. He plays 50%. He plays 80% Talia, 20% Galio, 100% Cheezer.
Banned.
Stupid banned Cheezer. Fucking Galio players, dude. They're all fucking.
Whoa.
Hey. Some of us play. Some of us here play Galio sometimes.
Galio's a stupid champion and shouldn't exist.
You don't
in the game.
hear me popping off about Fiora and all that
You right
anymore.
If Galio's your biggest, if you're so upset about Galio, you have it good as a League player. You're like, oh man, Galio is the hardest thing to play against in League of Legends. He's the most busted champion in the world. He has no counterplay to Galio. I think you might have it a little good. You're not over here complaining about, oh, this assassin one-shot me for the 55th time this game. That's awesome. You're like, oh no, Galio crowd controlled me. And shoot.
But anyways,
I can't kill the enemy mid laner 55 times this game. Shoot.
Anyways,
just a little rant right there.
I don't think I've seen 4 of these
said it in
play.
his chat. Poos said it in the chat.
Who knows what's up?
Then their bot lane comes Bode Kinkajo 50 and Eric's P. I think this is a pretty weak bot lane. I think Bode Kinkajo's like autofilled it in the bot lane. I don't think he plays ADC, but I could be wrong about that. And Eric's P, she's very, 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 very new to the game. She's like the Roland Chang of this semester, right? Roland Chang came in last semester. He was super, super new, and then by the end, he improved, right? So we could see like another. We could see
for the most improved.
Yeah, prime suspect for most improved right here, Eric's P, right? Because we saw how much Roland Chang improved last semester. We could have like a repeat of that this semester with Eric's P.
Yeah. I think a big person to watch out for is Elvino. He's not right now he's not playing top lane as much. He got back to diamond, playing support, but he did used to play top lane. They are going to make him play top lane, and I think how he plays is going to be pretty big onto how well this team does. If he plays like a diamond top laner, then it gives them a really strong mid top, and then easy lanes for your jungler to play around on the top side. And I think they could win games that way. If he doesn't play like a diamond top laner, if he plays like a diamond support filled to top lane, then it's going to be a lot harder for this team to pick up games. And we've seen him play really good in the top lane before in the past, so I expect him to play well. But that's kind of what I'm worried about on this team. I think if he's not, consistently winning his lane matchups and getting pretty strong, it's going to be hard for Jordan Clementine to just play around Vici Lele. I don't know how to say this man's name, but
Vice Lele.
I hate this one almost as much as Joko Lyoko. This one's actually harder to say, so it's not as bad, but it's actually more difficult to say his full name.
The more I look at this, the top lane pool is looking better and better than it's ever looked.
Yeah, dude,
yeah, a lot of people
excited.
got autofilled. A lot of people got it. It looked really bad if you just looked at that
who's
draft
actually
sheet.
Top, but everyone's been autofilled at top, and
yeah, we actually do some high-ranked players, filled them all up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are realizing the ADC is not like the strongest role in the game, so they want to draft like stronger top sides overall and have like the ADCs play something like Ashe or Caitlyn every game, and have their top side play like super carry, like supportive champions, Orin in the top lane, some bruiser, assassins mid, and then like a super carry jungler, and then super supportive bot lane. I think that's what every team most likely is going for, except for Washington League Ball. minus Roland Changs and minus Washington League Ball. I think those are the two. Speaking of
Caitlyn, which you said first, if Caitlyn's not pick or ban every single game in this tournament until she gets a nerf, your team's not playing it right. You should. I don't care if your ADC is Iron or Diamond. You should just play Caitlyn every game. So
or Senna. I think Senna's also really strong right now.
Yeah, I think Senna's harder to play.
Senna is harder to play, yeah.
So I think Senna. I think Senna is really good, but I think regardless of who you are, grab Caitlyn. That's my TED talk. Thanks for coming. Pick it.
I think it's gonna be kind of hard because Caitlyn's got a lot of extra stuff in her that you need to actually play right though, to like fully maximize the damage. Yeah, her base damage is super high too, or her base her skill floor is kind of low. But we'll see.
But you don't need.
I don't think it's. I disagree with you. Say it's pick or ban, but
I think it has to be. I think it's got to be. Either way, regardless, Lokesh and Red Lightning are giving their predictions that will be wrong.
Amen. I'm the only one who's right.
I don't think I'm ever wrong.
I don't think I've ever been wrong either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like throughout my entire life. I don't think it's happened once yet. We'll see. Maybe.
Do I remind you of the skin that you bought me, Red Lightning? The Riven skin?
Well, one of us had to be right. So,
I was right about that.
Who loses this round because Lokesh got his predictions right that time, so that still makes me right. So, you just got to look at it from a different point of view. Either way, next team, let's hit it.
Gump Squad, Roland Chang in the top lane. He's going to be playing Teemo and probably Teemo only. I feel like if Teemo's banned, this man's going to pick like Riven and run it down, or like pick Alistar top, and then maybe be useful. So we'll see what happens.
I worry for this team.
I do worry for this team. Glucifer 69 is officially a Bard one trick. Take him off the Bard, he can't really play much else. And even though Sly Brad, I think
fans versus the team already.
I think Sly Brad's pretty good, but he is a Jhin player at the end of the day. He can't play every ADC, but
he's a Jhin player by trade.
He's a Jhin player by trade, right. And then beneath in the mid lane, the Kaiser Overlord 0-2 of the mid lane. Don't know if much else needs to be said about that. And then critically, Zoe Deschanai. Calling him Zoe Deschanai because he kind of trolled in draft a little bit.
I'm still going to ban his Zoe.
Yeah.
Even if he's jungle, we're going to ban his Zoe.
Honestly, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to throw Zoe ban just so he gets no ideas. Come in mid.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't have any ideas about playing Zoe jungle either. I'm banning it for his team as well.
Alright, so there are some things to like about this team. This team could have they're in contention for the best bot lane. I think that's fair to say. I think I think Zoe Deschanel will actually be good in the jungle. I think genuinely, maybe
he is good.
He can
play jungle in a grandmaster level. D1 to grandmaster level, he can play jungle.
We've seen him even struggle in the mid lane in tournaments against similar ranked opponents or opponents that are lower ranked than him. So maybe going to the jungle is best. So there's some things to like, but you're right. I don't know where I put them in the power rankings at this moment, but if it wasn't for the fact that Wooloo Gang is so bad, spoiler alert, they might be my last place team on the power rankings. I think this would be it. I mean, I think the mentals on this team are they're going to be tough to play around. I'm trying to put things really, really nice here. I do think that Glue Sniffer is actually a really good player. As much as he'll try to say that he isn't, I think he actually is. But between him and Roland Chang and Berneath and Sly Brad, I don't actually know Sly Brad, so I don't know. He could be the nicest guy ever. I think Spencer Zoe Deschanel is pretty chill guy. But you've got some big personalities here.
I feel like every one of these players is situationally good, but it's not situationally enough.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
think
not
they're
enough
going to be consistent enough to like put full games together and complete the wins.
If this team loses the first 3 games, they'll lose all the rest.
Yeah, definitely, because sources say that this team will drink their hearts away.
Why did you...
Or their livers away.
Poet them.
Because I felt like it. But anyways...
I appreciate it. I like it.
Yeah, it brings some class to this.
Yes, sir, it does. But these guys will drink their hearts away, kind of play every game intoxicated. Sources say, right? But I definitely feel like this is a very... Either we win games and we feel good, or we lose games and we just int everything else. So we'll see what happens.
We win games and feel good, or lose games and feel really, really good.
Yeah. I actually think they'll be okay with losing. They're either going to be okay with losing, and that'll make them lose more, or they're really not going to be okay with losing, and that'll make them lose more. I don't think they're going to win either way, so it just depends. I can see them settling into 2 different mentals, either like mental boom, we're so mad we can't play anymore, or we never cared in the first place. And I think this team really needs to start off strong. If they want to get to playoffs, then they need to win like
everything. Literally,
they don't have to win the whole season. I think if they get 2 or 3 wins early in the season, then even if they get losses later, it won't mental boom them because they know they can win.
Yeah, every team this time has a chance to get into playoffs through the gauntlet. Okay? Assuming you aren't auto-qualified, every team has a chance to get into playoffs through the gauntlet. And because of double elimination, every team has a second chance within playoffs itself.
I just think they need some wins early in the regular season. I'm not saying it's doomed if they lose game 1, but within their first 3 games, I think they need to pick up, at least 1 or 2 of those as wins to avoid any explosions.
Most definitely. Let's move on to the next team. Lokesh made me do it with the temporary icon.
The permanent icon.
I feel like it should be permanent, but
it is.
Beyond me.
At this point, it has to be.
But anyways, we got Regidace, Top Dog 930, Equivalent, Damage Prodigy, and Orion.
I don't see where you have like anywhere to go for this team. Like where do you beat them?
You don't. Spoiler alert, everybody, you don't beat them. Yeah, so this team's gonna win. Probably. I don't know how Noah managed to get such a good draft. It blows my mind. He picked up Orion. He was pick number 8 and grabbed a diamond player as the 8th selection in the draft when there were only 4 diamond players available. Which, okay. And
he also got like a solid mid laner, solid jungle, and solid bot lane as well. And
he got cut price Red Lightning and Equivalent, because I looked at this dude's OPGG, and his champion pool and your champion pool with Tristan, literally the same.
This is gonna be a fun game then.
It is gonna be a fun game.
We'll probably lose, but the mid lane is gonna be fun. It's just gonna be 2 guys hanging out, chilling, farming, no kills either way, just playing League the way it should be.
Yeah. So Kabas has a question in the chat. Is that
None.
That is Regidice. Noah
Doesn't exist.
doesn't exist anymore, so he's now on the sub roster. Regidice will actually be playing jungle, I'm guessing, in this tournament, not top. So maybe Top Dog 930 will go top. So in the jungle, you have to remember Regidice plays Kayn and Rengar, and that's about it.
Ban is Rengar. At least.
At least ban his Rengar. That's all.
But either way, this team's gonna be good. There's no weak spots. I think their bot lane is. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna win as hard. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna win as hard as some other bot lanes. I don't think they're gonna get punished. Like nobody's gonna be just clapping this bot lane. I don't think. And then
Prodigy's gonna be getting all his farm, and Orion's gonna keep everyone alive. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, equivalent. We already mentioned. Pretty good. I do think there's a lot of strong mid lane talent. So that's potentially a spot you could exploit, but I don't think you're going to find a way to exploit it hard enough to outweigh probably the rest of your map getting just destroyed.
Pummeled, yeah.
So yeah, good luck. Good luck, right. Team diff.
It's going to be real tough to beat this team.
Apes together strong. So this is the team of the Alawi one trick, but he doesn't just play Alawi anymore. He plays Shen and Maokai as well, and Mordekaiser.
Ooh.
So
I saw him pick up the Mordekaiser in one of the games. I didn't actually watch the game though.
Yeah.
I'm cool with at least two of those champions. I'm happy for him, but other than that, I don't think I haven't seen enough. I played with Sam in the mid lane. Solid player. Enjoyed playing with him. Nice roaming champion pool.
Galio and Twisted Fate, Mr. Dane can count on his top lane ganks coming in.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see him.
But yeah, with
I've not
TF
seen
Galio
or bot lane play, so I'm a little shaky on whether to actually give them the seal of approval yet.
So Gragasop is all right. He's got like okay-ish fundamentals, but he plays like at the level of like a gold 4 player, if you get what I mean, for jungle. And I've never seen Kyoshimon play, but I do know that 9IQ player is solid. He's a consistent ADC. He won't really like pop off, but he won't really feed either. So
yeah, I want to see what Kyoshimon can do. I don't know him or her or whoever it is, but I do know that she or he was picked up. Ramily picked. There was the second to last pick overall in the draft, and there were a lot lower ranked players going before this guy. So I think that it's actually pretty good. I think this team actually looks like rank wise like pretty good. Mostly golds and diamonds, and then a silver. I think if there's not a lot of weak spots to attack, I think 2 jokers you could probably beat out. Like I said, there's a lot of good mid laners here, and he does tend to play safer roaming mid laners. If you could probably exploit him in lane.
I worry for top as well if he doesn't, since he has a ton of games.
He's not going to get his champs, so that's going to be a little tough.
And we've seen how well one tricks do, and when they get their one trick gets banned.
Not great.
Yeah, has not been great. Hopefully, I wish him the best.
Yeah, we'll see, and I'm pretty sure it's just like he's working on it. So I have faith this time that the one trick curse might be broken. But then again, Alawi is just sort of Alawi.
His bread and butter.
Yeah.
Oh, just to finish my thought, though, what I was going to say is I think if Kyoshimon plays like up to Silver 2 or even better, then this team looks really, really good because their bot lane's suddenly really strong to go with the strong top side and decent mid jungle. But we'll have to see.
All right, we're on to Bambi's Best Hits with Mr. Charlie in the top lane. Dan, Bambi Cinder in the jungle, the most unconventional jungler at VCU. He has hit Challenger on LAN, D2 in NA. So even though he is kind of hard stuck D4 right now, he was up there at one point. And then you got my boy, Mr. Red Lightning. in the mid lane, Jay Steiny's ADC, and Kian playing support, probably.
Jay Steiny the Smurf. Yeah, so... Well, this is my team, obviously. I think we'll be pretty good. I'm excited to see... I think there's one glaring spot where where our team has to do good to succeed, which is our bot lane. Scandalous Chops is, I think, not only the lowest rated player in the tournament, rank-wise.
One of the lowest rated, but I don't think he plays at an iron level.
Yeah. Also, I don't know for sure that Kian's gonna play support. So,
I mean, I don't either. This is just like I just arbitrarily threw these together based off of what I expect the roles to be.
But two, one way or the other. I mean, I think he's also off-rolled. He's normally a mid laner, and I feel like, did he just start playing the game? So I'm not really sure.
No, he has been playing for a while, but he just doesn't play. Like, you'll see, like, you go to his OPGG, he has, like, 3 ranked games played per season, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
But, like,
okay. I haven't played a whole lot with him yet.
He's just very, like, chill, and, like, just tries to take things at his own pace. He's like
respectful.
I think he plays well, right? I think he plays well. Like, he plays to not die, which I think is really good for his skill level. There's like nothing, he doesn't feel like there's anything he needs to like necessarily do. He follows instructions really well, and
that's really what you need.
Right. And I think he's a steal. Like, I think he's really good. So I expect this team to do well. And you and Charlie have played together on a team, and Dan is like sort of a mastermind at like bringing people together with shot calling in the jungle. And then Kian with his, he's willing to be 100% a team player, right? So I think this team will actually do really well overall.
Yeah, I think Kian just has to step up. He's gonna have to do really well. I mean, I think our team actually looks pretty good. I'm confident we're gonna do pretty well. But
it looks solid. But
yeah,
I'm worried.
I didn't predict us to be the best team.
Firepower to like compete with higher teams.
Yeah, that's a worry, a valid worry.
Your solo laners are gonna sit in lane and farm. Bot lanes might do okay, but I'm not sure with Iron 1 support. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to actually exploit anybody.
But then again, you don't really need to, right? Because you can just. I feel like I don't know where Kian's going. He could be playing mid lane. He could be playing AD. He could be playing top, or he could play support.
He's not playing mid lane, dude.
Yeah, I can give you a definite answer whether or not he's playing mid lane.
Lokesh, give me the VOD. Give me the VOD of what?
I'm guessing this.
So let me just plug our YouTube channel into this Twitch stream really quickly. We do have a YouTube channel now. If you go into our announcements tab on our Discord, there is a link to it. So go over there and subscribe. I'm going to figure out how to download the VODs onto my computer, and I will upload every single VCU LCS game and podcast to that channel, including the ones
people.
Dude. Including the preseason podcast and the captain's draft. I'll upload those as well. So all the content will be on YouTube to watch, so I got you covered on that.
But, yeah, I think we didn't really talk about it yet, but I think Iacus, Charlie in the top lane, I think he's going to have to, and I think he will be a big part of whether or not we win games.
He's got to step up. He's the previous, apparently, best top laner.
You say that like you didn't vote for him.
The competition's a little bit different this year, so
competition's much
he's ready
better
to take that next step.
I think Charlie's ready. He's been practicing quite a lot, so he's got a few spicy picks lined up, of which I will not reveal because he will break into my room and choke me. But I think he's prepared. I'm excited to see him again in VCU LCS. I'm a little sad I'm not on his team anymore, but at the same time, I'm glad I'm not playing jungle. So
yeah, talking about spicy picks though, just wait till you see what Bambi Cinder's got in store for the VCU LCS. Prepare to watch your eyes bleed.
I feel like he's impossible to ban out.
That's all I gotta say.
I feel like Dan's impossible to ban out.
You can't ban him out. There's some unorthodox picks that he's ready to take some people down with.
Oh yeah, most definitely, right? And I mean, you can like ban whatever he's like playing most recently, because if you don't ban that, then he'll 100% pick it. and you don't want to play against it, but at the same time, he's got like literally the entire champion role. Like this dude will fucking play Yuumi jungle if he has to and still carry games.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's
All
it
right.
for Bambi's Baskets. Let's move on to our preseason power rankings.
What we all have been waiting for this whole time. How good do we think these teams are?
Red Lightning, you start.
Oh, all right. Well, obviously, I think there are two clear teams that are just the best. I think Lokesh Made Me Do It and Forehead 2.0 are by far and away somehow got mega draft, like, just draft diffed every other team. I think they both have 2 diamonds. They both have their lowest player is like gold 4 on both teams. So I think Lokesh Made Me Do It is a little bit stronger, personally. I think they match up better, but I think both of these teams are going to be our clear number 1 and 2. I think they will only drop games to each other probably the whole season, and everyone else is going to kind of just get shafted. Yeah, so I think it's going to be one of these teams will go undefeated, the other will go one less game than undefeated.
8-1.
Yeah, 8-1. Trying to do math here. So yeah, those are really good. Rams of Love, we all have in the top. I think Rams of Love is once again they have the challenger player, so I could see them upsetting one of the top 2 teams just based on like higher level macro. But as an overall like rank balance, I think they're worse, and we'll just have to see how much weight the challenger actually carries in his off roll. If he's just so much better than every other player that you can't factor it really in, then yeah, they'll win. But if he plays better than Diamonds, but like not so much better that it's insane, I don't think they have the firepower to match up with Forehead or Lokesh Maybe Do It. Washington Lead Ball team, see, I put him in 4th. I don't know. I don't think they'll actually get here. They're not going to make playoffs, so I guess I trolled in this power ranking here. Based on their power, they should be 4th place, but
we'll see what
will they come in
holds.
4th? No. Bambi's Baskets. I don't know. I think we stack up pretty well middle of the pack. I think we've got some strong points and some weak points. I think that's the top 5 are guaranteed playoffs, right? So that's kind of our top echelon of the teams, and then the teams below it. I think 2D Sim Squad could slot into the other. Could get into the top 5. I think they're pretty good as well, but I don't know. Once again, I just don't see a ton of like really strong firepower in any of the lanes. I mean, they've got some good players, but as good as Braum top is, I don't know whether it's gonna really clap in the top lane. I think Lokesh is gonna have all his champs banned out, and he'll still lose to my Diana either way.
Bro, you don't talk, bro.
If Lokesh isn't in the jungle, they can't win games. So,
bro, you build Seeker's Armguard every game. You don't beat me. Seeker's Armguard beats me, bro.
I win the game. So yeah, we'll build Seeker's Armguard. You'll win the game, and then their bot lane I don't think is strong enough to like cause too many issues. So we'll have to see how well they pull together with team play. Gum Squad probably gonna explode. So I think
that team's just exploded. Period. From the second draft ended.
Since draft, yeah. I mean, I give them credit. I actually think they looked like pretty decent on paper. Like if you don't know anything about the players, but yeah, they need some wins early, or they're not gonna be able to keep it together. And then Apes Together Strong and Ramley were kind of tough. I think they're both pretty similar, in that they've got some strong points, but they've kind of got one tricks that I think their strongest players can get banned out pretty easy, so they're gonna kind of struggle. And then last but not least, or in this case definitely least, you got the 4v5 Wooloo gang, who even with Big EG, pretty sure are coming in winless. So that's that.
Yeah, I mean they kind of did troll draft really fucking hard.
Somebody else give me their rundown.
Fat Cow, Mr. Dane. Let's hear it.
I just don't see how you beat Lokesh Maybe Do It. I just think that they have strong points all over the map, no real weak points. Rams of Love, I don't know. I feel like the challenger diff might be a little too much for some teams. I put myself lower just because I'm I'm weird like that and don't want to put myself too high. But I feel like I got a good team. It's kind of the same as Lokesh maybe do it. We get some strong points all over the map. I don't really see a weakness. Everybody's super consistent. We're gonna be
Top
popping,
lane.
obviously, but only when I'm playing gold players.
True.
The competition's moved up, so I'll have more good games. Washington League ball team looking pretty good. Top lane might be a little bit iffy, and like if he doesn't get his classic Malphite Ornn or whatever. But I assume he will with everyone banning out Wisher. 2D Sim Squad. I put them over Bambi's Baskets because reasons, I guess. I was late to do this, so. I don't know. I believe in the players of 2D Sim Squad a little bit more than Bambi's Baskets. I feel like they're a higher chance of popping off in that game. Ramley, I like Elvin in the top lane. I haven't seen Jordan play. I don't think I've seen the rest of them play, so it's a bit. It's hard. It was hard to judge this team actually, because I've never seen most of them play. Kind of put them kind of mid bottom. Gum Squad. I worry for this team if they lose any games. I feel like it's gonna go downhill from there. Like they'll have one really good game where they crush someone completely out of nowhere, but the rest of the games they'll just lose. Apes Together Strong, I feel, will have pretty easy banning opportunities. You can win in that game and draft. They'll just be doomed, and then Wooloo Gang is Wooloo Gang. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, indeed, to Wooloo Gang.
Yeah, really rip Wooloo Gang, man. I feel bad for him. I just don't. I don't know. You know, I've had seasons before where I had predicted a 10th place team and they went to the finals. So,
I mean, we've done that we did like twice in a row.
Yeah, so it definitely can happen. I'd love to see them show me up again. I love it when teams I think suck actually play good. So, prove me wrong, feel free. But I feel like this is doomed. I don't even think they have to play a game to see the season's doomed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Tristan's a sucker for that kind of stuff. You saw he literally told me TSM sucks, then TSM wins LCS. So, Caster Curse right here. Wooloo Gang might pot off.
Wooloo Gang equals TSM. That's it. Wooloo Gang is as good as TSM. Send these guys to Worlds.
But yeah, you know, I'm gonna say it as well. I am. Wooloo Gang's fucking last place. Like it's just how it is. Every game is like 4v5 for them because Big Ichi doesn't exist right now. And even if he did exist, like you said, Mr. Red Lightning, Mr. Fat Cow, I don't think it really matters. I'll go from bottom to top. So Gum Squad, they'll definitely have one game where Spencer like does some crazy Smurf-ass Grandmaster shit in the jungle and like manages to get every lane like 20 kills and then the game just ends. But that's like. They might get it against, like, Wooloo Gang or Ramley, right? But I don't see them getting it against any other team. So I feel like they're kind of outclassed in every role, except for probably the jungle, because I do know Spencer can play jungle at, like, a Masters Grandmaster level.
I'll believe that when I see it.
But yeah, we'll all believe it when we see it. I think he has to, like, really work some magic to get some team wins under the belt. Ramley, I'll be honest, like, the only player I'm really, like, worried about on that team is Elvin. But when we have someone who plays a lot of champions that neutralize carries, like Pooh does, it's kind of going to be hard to actually pop off. I'm not, like... He'll play Talia, but he'll play Talia if it's up.
Won't.
But like,
it'll be banned.
It'll be banned, right? And then he picks Galio, and
it'll be banned.
Galio will be banned afterwards. So we'll have to see. I mean, this is a one team that I think it'll go either they'll do like really shit or they'll do really well. And if they do really well, it's going to be off of some like combining globals to sort of turn every 2v2 into like a 5v2, if you get what I'm saying. It's like what 100 Bees did last season with Shen, I think, every game.
I miss 100 Bees. Great name.
But yeah, Apes Together Strong. I feel like this is very much directed towards Mr. Alawi Man. ban the Alawi, and I don't know how much this team will get out of it. Their bot lane is decent, and their mid lane is... Actually, who's their mid laner? Is their mid laner 2 Jokers?
I think
Two?
so.
Ramily?
Wait,
Are we talking about?
No,
H
H Together Strong. Is it 2
Yes.
Jokers?
Yeah, that's 2 Jokers.
Okay, yeah. So again, this is like another global team comp, right? Because apart from Alawi, Mr. Alawi Man plays a lot of Shen. So we could see Shen TF coming in, Shen Galio. But yeah, I feel like
strong enough to actually do that.
Yeah, their bot lane's strong enough to actually like play towards bot lane with these global team comps with 9 IQ player and Kyoshimon. So again, this is like another team I think will probably fall defeat to maybe tilt or bad shot calling or like just inexperience on champions they don't play. But we'll have to see. Washington League Ball team, I put them at 6th, and they're not going to make. They're gonna not auto qualify for playoffs. That's the first thing, right? And they're not going to win the gauntlet because Wish or Curse. That's the second thing. End of story. I'm moving on from Washington League Ball.
Agreed.
Forehead 2.0. I think I had like trouble, right? Because for me, Lokesh made me do it in 2D Sim Squad where like clear cuts 3 and 4, but I feel like you can interchange my 2 and 5 with Bambi's Basket and Forehead 2.0. So I'll kind of talk
saying that because we put my team higher. And then
I was actually thinking about this, right? No, I was actually thinking about this because you guys, I think, cumulatively minus the challenger roster, have like the highest elo, right? So on paper, y'all should be like second place, right? For me, at least. But Bambi's Baskets, I put them at second place at the end of it because they have won the synergy that they used to have that we've had on previous teams, right? And then like Dan just like brings teams together, and I feel like he's always at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, right? So I think that's what's important in me putting Bambi's Basket second. And yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. We don't know. These are just predictions, or I don't know. But Red Lightning knows.
I know.
He knows. 2D Sim Squad, I think we're good, but I do worry for our bot lane every now and then. Although, like in all of our practice sessions, they've done pretty well. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'm not going to give away too much, but be excited. Don't ban any of don't ban Zed. Don't ban Yasuo. Don't ban Yon. Don't ban Echo. Don't ban Fizz. Instead, what you want to do is you want to send 5 top lane bans towards my man Pooh. He's the one that's been popping off in practice, not me. It's Pooh.
Ban the Braum and nothing else.
Ban the Braum and nothing else, exactly. Lokesh made me do it. So even with the swap from Noah to Regidice, I think this team has the potential to be first place. But I feel like with things might end up going a little towards like the southernly direction. After one bad play, and I'm just speaking because I've played on teams with like really like people who like super try hard, right? Like if one thing goes wrong, then it's like the game's just kind of over to them, right? Because like a lot of stupid calls will come forward and things just won't work out, and quickly like you'll see the lead fall to pieces, just crumble immediately, right? And that's the one thing that worries me about Lokesh made me do it. I think that's the one thing that sets them off from being the first place team. And speaking of the first place team, Rams of Love. So Youngest Slay plays top lane in Challenger as well as jungle, right? And he has multiple accounts where he plays top lane, and he's played only top to D2, D1 Masters before. So I think they've got a really strong top laner, and if that doesn't work out, they can just put Ken in top lane and throw Youngest Slay jungle, and then he just auto wins every game, right? And then Berserker in the mid lane, he plays very supportively. He plays a lot of supportive champions, and he's a fill player, much like Pooh is, and he has done analyst work for teams in Upsurge. So I think he's also a good pickup. And then their bot lane's solid. Like, I don't think there's anything too striking about them or too like bad stand out. I just think they're okay. So I think if they just chill and let the top side do the work, then everything should be fine.
So
and, yeah.
I've noticed that between all of our draft, excluding Lokesh, who trolled a little bit with one pick, Dane and I especially, and even Lokesh too, we kind of have tiers on here where we have all the same within like 2 or 3 spots, we have all the same teams. So we have we all have the same bottom 4, the same last place team, and then 7 through 9. All 3 of us are the exact same 3 teams, just in different orders. So I kind of call that the gauntlet tier. And then you've got your like middle tier teams, which are Washington League Ball team, Bambi's Baskets, and 2D Sim Squad, I think. And then you've got your upper class teams, which I think Rams of Love, Forehead 2.0, and Lokesh Made Me Do It are just definitely going to be far and away better than the teams below them. So it looks like we kind of agree, all of us, on where they are. I think, Lokesh, you just put, with Forehead 2.0 and Bambi's Baskets being swapped, you'd be right there in that same tier system. But you had to troll that one pick. I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, I put them second because I believe in you, Red Lightning. I believe in Charlie. I believe in Dan, and I believe in my boy Can Chan. Okay, I believe in Can Chan.
He doesn't believe in me.
Dane, I believe in you, but just a little less than I believe in my boys, Charlie and Can Chan and Red Lightning. Yes. You're also my boy, but they're my boys. Cause...
Yeah, don't worry. I see how it is.
Red Lightning carry incoming. Just wait till I'm MVP, guys.
Bro, I saw you playing that Victor in the tournament that must not be named. That was pretty nasty. You guys should watch out for Red Lightning's Victor. He's been popping off.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Ramen tournament, you got Zoe Deschanel dodging me to the jungle, and a Raymate, Yukino Simp. They're just dodging out of the mid lane into the jungles just so they can avoid me.
Yeah, I mean, like, credit where credit's due to Mr. Brandon Wisher Washington and me. We are not avoiding Red Lightning. We are going to face him. We're not scared of Red Lightning. We're going to face him head on. And I'm going to get my dick slapped by Diana again.
Yeah, you should be. One of you should be. One of you maybe not. Brandon's gotten the better of our matchups pretty much. Doesn't necessarily win all the games, but I think Brandon's pretty consistently beat me. At least in lane.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
I think
the Galio game doesn't count, Josh. I don't like Galio. That champ's not a real champ. My team just makes me play him.
Well, it is what it is. I think we're just about done talking about power rankings. Do you guys want to go quickly through potential very, very, very early MVPs?
Yes. I do want to go through them.
I go for it.
Oh, I didn't mean first.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm gonna be the best player here, obviously.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. MVP Fat Cow. I think there's an obvious choice, and then there's some like more dark horse. I mean, Youngest Lay, the challenger player, is I think pretty much going to be the MVP for sure. I mean, it just depends on how you determine MVP. So I think straight up, he's the best player in the tournament, and most valuable and best don't necessarily mean the same thing, but if you're the best player in the tournament and you're the reason your team's winning every game, I think that makes you most valuable. So I think he will probably get the MVP. I think he'll probably be the best player. Outside of that, though, just some players that I think are really important to their roster succeeding. Let's see. I had a list of them, but I don't know what I did with it. Either way, I think 4G is going to be really important. For Forehead 2.0. I think his job will be easy because his laners are good, but that doesn't mean that it's not still going to be important for him to do well in the jungle. Let's see. I actually think Jay Steiny on Bambi's Baskets on my team is going to be super important. Just because he's going to be in the bot lane, and you're playing with an Iron player, and I definitely think Kian is better than Iron, but it's going to be up to him, I think, more to make sure our bot lane succeeds. And if they're able to not be abused by the other bots in the tournament that are higher rank, then I think Bambi's Baskets has a really good chance of succeeding. Elvino, also a good choice. If he's not amazing, I think his team actually just kind of sucks. And then that probably... Oh, Wagner on Rams of Love, I think is actually pretty important here. I don't think he'll get MVP, not on the team with the challenger player, but I think that's kind of like your one, rank-wise, is kind of the one spot you're a little scared of. And he's going to be, if he's playing AD, he's going to be in a carry role. So I think you want to see him step up and perform pretty good as an ADC. If the games ever drag out to late game, which, to be honest, I don't think many of their games will, but if they do, then I want to see him step up in like a big spot and actually put out some good DPS as a late game carry.
I'm gonna add Zoe Deschanel to that list. I feel like that if that team, the only way that team succeeds if he brings them together,
really pops off.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Zoe Temple.
like I love Spencer, and I think he's an amazing player, but he's a man of very few words. So, and I think Dane can back me up on this. Is Spencer a man of few words?
I would agree. I mean, he's getting better at it. I mean, I would say I am too, so I can't really flame him for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not flaming. I'm just saying I think it will probably be really hard because you got a lot of the players on that team are kind of headstrong, so we'll see how it works out, but they will definitely provide some good-ass content for us.
Yeah, that's the content team, dude. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be some big instants of big pop-offs.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities for Wisher to come out with his sources. Our VCU LCS reporter to update us on the inner workings of Gump Squad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the one MVP that would really kind of stand out to me, provided, like, apart from Younga Slay, obviously, would be Pooh. Because we do have some talks going on.
He's gonna troll if he doesn't get his Braum top.
The thing is, like,
is the Braum
it's not
top
his
not the troll.
Braum top is the troll, right? But here's the thing. Here's why I say Pooh is, like, I feel like apart from Akali, he's never really like ever truly lost in mid lane. Like even in the Ramen tournament, like he's held his own, except when he's against Akali, right?
Oh, you better let him go mid then.
So, and he is the ultimate fill player. Yeah, guys, just giving you an update. I'm actually jungling now for 2D Sim Squad. So
thank God they'll actually. Okay, I want to change my rankings. 2D Sim Squad is now the best team. If Lokesh goes jungle, he's MVP, and 2D Sim Squad win. Any other role, I think 2D Sim Squad barely makes playoffs, if at all.
all right, whatever y'all say. But yeah, I mean, those are my like Pooh is my like glaring MVP if we don't want to talk about like higher elo players. The only higher elo player probably was the youngest Lay that would be MVP. But if he didn't exist, I would give it to Pooh probably early season. Yeah. Just because he shoots above his rank, he's really consistent, and he does have pop-off games, so yeah.
Yeah, I think you just got two different types of players when you're looking at the MVP. I mean, you're going to have the clear best player, and he's probably going to be, one of your highest ranked players, either a challenger or high diamond, probably going to be the pure best in the tournament. But then you've kind of got the diamond players could still be in that same tier. I think it's easier for like gold and plats and even silvers to just really punch above his weight, instead of like I think that that's worth as much in my opinion as just having like the straight up best player. So it just depends on how you really want to look at what the MVP really means.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that probably just about wraps it up for the preseason podcast. So. Quickly before
tomorrow, though, to shout out, we got another.
Yeah, we do actually. So we got Rams of Love at 8, and then Washington League Ball versus 2D Simp at 10:15.
I think we should. Do you guys want to go over this week 1 schedule real quick and see what you think? See who you're going to predict it to win?
Yeah, sure. Really. Why not? I'm down, but
well, too late, Mr. Fat Cow. You're going to do it now. You've been outvoted. Should we make a week 1 bet here?
Let's make a week 1 bet.
Which game?
I was going to say for just who gets the most predictions right, but
these. Let me take a gander at these. I gotta actually look at them.
I don't really know what the stakes should be for this bet, but I guess we could go loser of the bet, or the losers of the bet do a duet of WAP on Lokesh's stream. WAP duet.
Alright, I'm down for that. What does the winner get out of it? Just content.
Leaving.
You don't have to do that. you don't have to do a WAP duet. I think that's a pretty good reward right there.
Alright.
Just gotta make sure we all don't have the exact same predictions.
Alright, let me start off strong predicting my team over Lulu Gang. I got Washington League Ball over 2D Simp Squad. I got
Carews, write this down if you're in the chat.
yeah, someone. I got 2D Simp Squad over Gump Squad. I have Lokesh maybe do it over Apes Together Strong. I have Forehead 2.0 over Washington League Ball. Rams of Love over Apes Together Strong. Ramily over Gump Squad. Actually, no, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna go Gump Squad over Ramily. Lokesh made me do it over Woo Gang. Bambi's Basket over Ramily, and then Rams of Love over Bambi's Basket.
All right. So I've got Forehead 2.0 over Wooloo Gang. I've got 2D Sim Squad over Washington League Ball Team. 2D Sim Squad over Gum Squad. Lokesh made me do it over Apes Together Strong. Forehead 2.0 over Washington League Ball Team. Rams of Love over Apes Together Strong. Ramily over Gum Squad. Lokesh made me do it over Wooloo Gang. Bambi's Baskets over Ramily. And Bambi's Baskets over Rams of Love.
All right, and I guess that means I'm going to take Forehead over Wooloo Gang. The second one's a hard matchup. I actually think I'm going to go 2D. No, I like the Washington League Ball team here. 2D Sim Squad takes over the Gum Squad though. Lokesh made me do it. Easily beats Apes Together Strong. Forehead 2.0 probably beats Washington League Ball team. Rams of Love beats Ape Together Strong. I think that's tough. I think Gum Squad beats Ramily. Actually, no. I'll take Ramily there. Lokesh made me do it. Beats Wooloo Gang. Bambi's Baskets beats Ramily, and then the Rams of Love beats Bambi's Baskets.
All right. Well, so
we'll
it's on
check the
tape.
VOD and write it down.
Yeah,
We'll check the VOD and we'll write it down. Yeah.
I think we all had at least one game different.
Yeah, definitely. There was definitely games different there. Should be good.
All right. Well, that about ends it. We've got our week one predictions going here. Loser has to do a duet of WAP on my stream, twitch.tv/LakeWash123. Thank you all for coming down, joining us. This has been me, Mr. Red Lightning, and Fat Cow. Signing off.
Yep. Make
Peace,
sure you guys
y'all.
tune in to all the games.
Yeah, we got 2 tomorrow, I think. One at 8 o'clock and one at...
And tune into our future podcasts. So, I don't know how often we're going to be doing them, but...
We usually do more than one a season.
We will be doing them. So, tune in. That's all I got.
Peace.
Peace out.